This mod adds Monster Hunter into Minecraft, and it's called Monster Hunter Frontiercraft. You get lots of cool weapons, so much epic armor, and take on requests in new dimensions to hunt dangerous mobs. Will I survive? Let's talk about Monster Hunter Frontiercraft. This mod adds so much of the Monster Hunter world into the game. I will preface that it is not the most optimized mod. There is slight bits of lag, but a lot of it is really cool. It is on 1.12, so let's hope at one point we get an update. I'm not sure how likely that is, but we can only hope. Let's take a little look at what we've got. So this first chest here is some of the tools in the mod, or things that you can place. Now, not everything is usable. There are a few other things that I will point out, but we've got a barbecue spit. So this is usually where you would cook raw meat, which is also in the game. I don't believe there's any actual use for that yet, but it is there. There are ice crystals right here. Now, let's see what happens if I take a pickaxe to it. Let's see what happens if I take a pickaxe to it in survival mode. Am I right, guys? Yes. Okay, so you take a pickaxe to it, you will get the ice crystal. So, let's switch back and move on. There's a quest board. Now, we currently don't have any quests on the quest board, but we'll get to that a little later on. You've got nutrients. Now, these add 4 health points, and they have a duration of 10 minutes, only once. Now, I can't use this in creative mode, but that's how that works. And you've got the Kirin buff, which gives you the Kirin buff. So let's go back to survival. If we add the nutrients, there we have 4 hearts of a health boost for the next 10 minutes. And if we drink the Kirin buff, we get the Kirin buff. Now, I don't actually know what the Kirin buff gives us in Minecraft, but it is there. It may not be implemented yet. So if we clear our inventory and we switch back to creative mode, that are the tools, but that's not really what you want to see. You want to see the armor, the weapons, and the monsters, and the dimension. So, let's get into it. We've got our first set of armor. This armor is Yukomo Casa. It has an initial defense of 10 with a maximum defense of 270. And this is how it looks. Pretty cool looking, pretty basic. This is the first armor piece. Let's look at the second one. We've got the Rathalos armor. Now, this is probably one of the most iconic monsters in Monster Hunter, so everyone that is a fan should know this armor. It's got all of that red design that you love from the Rathalos. And this one, does it tell me how much? This one doesn't tell me the armor stuff like the last one did. So there is that, which is a little disappointing. For some reason, it's the only one that doesn't, but it is what it is. Now we've got the Baroth armor, which again, initial defense of 75 that can go up to 150. So not as strong, but again, Baroth, a lot of people should know this brute wyvern of a monster. This is probably not the most attractive armor, but it does the trick. It's bulky, that's for sure. Next up, we have Tigrex. Now, I'm a big fan of Tigrex. We have an initial defense of 200 with a maximum of 320. A lot of resistances too. So that is good. Fire, thunder, ice, and dragon are in the game. And this is one that I actually think looks pretty good in Minecraft. It's not a bad design, but it's also really powerful. So that is a win. Now we have our first Elder Dragon. It's Kirin. Now, this is a monster that I really like. It's got really good elemental resistance. It doesn't tell us the defense on this one, but it does have a lot of thunder. So there's that bonus. And it is, of course, very good translation into Minecraft. You've got the unicorn horn from the Kirin on there. And I actually think this one looks kind of like diamond armor. It's very neat. And finally, this is one that I'm actually not familiar with, but it's apparently very strong. It's Vangus. Initial defense of 310 and maximum defense of 565. Waist armor affixed with the giant emblem turns vision red with unchecked. Rage. Okay, rage, yeah. So it looks like jet black steeped in Deviljho raid brings power but also rapid hunger. Oh, is this Deviljho armor? This might be Deviljho armor. Different name, but this, yeah, I believe this is Deviljho armor. Yeah, very, very, very strong. They all have different effects. So you get power, rapid hunger, but power, unchecked rage, destructive impulses. But yeah, this is a very, very cool looking armor set. You got the bones on the sides. Very strong, high defense. Let's move into the weapons. This is where it gets a little laggy if you can't tell. So we're going to start with the great swords. So, first up we have the Bone Blade. The Bone Blade is a rarity 1 with a negative 50% speed, a 330% attack speed, and 27 attack. Now, I actually think that this mod would pair exceptionally well with the Epic Fight mod, which is a mod that I may cover in another video, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. But Epic Fight mod would make this look really, really cool. Now, I'm very slow when I use this weapon, because it's a great sword, but it has huge damage. The second one is the Agito Blade. So this is the Tigrex greatsword. This has a rarity of 4. It has 330 attack speed, but it has a 47 attack damage, and I think looks way, way cooler, but it is massive. So then next up we have Redwing. This is a rarity 4 again with a plus 10 on fire element with a 59 attack damage. Let's see what this one looks like. I believe this is the Rathalos greatsword. Still pretty slow, but this one's probably the coolest looking one so far. A manageable size compared to the Agito Blade. Not in first person though, it looks way bigger. So next up we got the Thunder Sword. This is the Kirin greatsword. This has a 62 attack damage. Surprised there's no thunder on this, considering. But this is really, really cool looking. And then finally, the Berserker Sword. This is the Deviljho greatsword. This thing is very, very cool. At 89 attack damage, so it's huge. Again, really slow, but that's what you get with greatswords. Alright, next up on the weapons, we have the long swords. Let's get into this. So first up we have the Iron Katana. Now these things are long, long swords, that's for sure. Look at the size of that. That is humongous. Now, the first longsword is rarity 1 and has a 27 attack damage. Now, I'm not as slow with these, which is a big advantage. Next up we have the Iron Katana Grace. This is a rarity 2 longsword with a 30 attack damage. Next we have the Iron Katana Gospel, which is another rarity 2 with a 33 attack damage. So this one's slightly improved. We're not as slow. Very nice. Next we have the Eager Cleaver. Now, this is a plus 10 Thunder Element, rarity 3 with a 41 attack damage. This is the Kirin longsword. Again, cool design on this one. I think a little bit more interesting than the others. But next up, we have the Devil Slicer. So I believe this is a Deviljho upgrade. It has a Thunder Element on it, which is surprising, but it's a 47 attack damage, and it has that cool kind of green color from the Deviljho. And then finally, the True Devil Slicer. I think these are crafted using both Kirin and Deviljho. It's got that blue color of the Kirin, but that Deviljho design on it. It is rarity 7 with a plus 10 thunder and a 58 attack damage. We will try out some of these weapons when I get to the dimension of bosses, so don't worry about that. So let's move on to the next set of weapons. We have hammers. I am quite attuned to hammers, as in Monster Hunter Rise, I am a hammer player. That's what I use. So first up we have the Warhammer Rarity 1, which is a 21 attack damage. This is a pretty standard hammer. Okay. Pretty standard looking. Nothing too special. It's decent. And the Warhammer Plus, again, similar design, just an improved attack damage. Same with the War Slammer. This one actually I think is a worse design, in my opinion, but stronger with a 31 attack damage. Still rarity 2. This is where it gets interesting. We got the Striped Spike. So this is the Tigrex hammer. This is a 48 attack damage, rarity 3, and yeah, pretty heavy hitting. Again, you're about as slow as the longsword, not as slow as the greatsword. Then you've got the Devil's Die. This is the Deviljho Warhammer. This thing is really cool. I love the chains on the side, and you've got the bones. I've broken the floor, but it's very, very strong with a 81 attack damage and a plus 10 dragon element. And then finally, the Thunder Prison. Rarity 8, plus 10 thunder, 90 attack damage. This is where the Kirin shines with a hammer. Next up, it is, of course, the Thunder Prison. It's got the little unicorn head, it's got that blue color from the Kirin, and it's really, really strong with Thunder Element and 90 attack damage. This is the best hammer in the mod so far, and might be my favorite weapon. Next up then, we've got hunting horns, and there is a lot of hunting horns in this mod. It's kind of crazy, actually. More than one page. So we've got the ivory hunting horn. Now, hunting horns in this mod are very, very cool, and I will show you why. They have 22 attack damage. This is the basic one, but when you hit with them, they play sounds, and it is in the game. So we've got the next one, the metal bagpipe. This one actually looks very, very cool, very much like in the game. Let's get a skeleton over here, and let's hit it for music. I love that it plays the music. We've got the great bagpipe here. This one is a 36 attack damage, rarity 2. Again, these all look really, really good. A lot of time was put into the bagpipes. I say bagpipes, the hunting horns. Now, it is the same sound for all of them so far. We got the war drums. These are really, really cool. I thought, now correct me, I think I'm wrong, but I thought these were Rajangs, but obviously that is not in the mod, so I don't think it is. But again, these are pretty cool. You got the war drum, plus the design doesn't change, but the damage does go up. Next to the heavy bagpipe. Now this, if you're a League of Legends player, looks like Blitzcrank's arm, but yeah, very, very cool nonetheless. You got two of those, which again, 43 and 48 attack damage. And then you've got the striped Dragonga. Now I think this is the Baroth. I want to say the Baroth one. It could be Tigrex. I'm not 100% sure, but a 56 attack damage, rarity 5. Now, they've pitched that sound to kind of be a little bit lower. Here we've got Mogwood drums. I think this is Rathalos. We've got rarity 5 again with a 73 attack damage though. So this thing ups the damage crazily, and it has a sped up pitch. So there's a couple more hunting horns. We're not done. We've got 3 more. So we've got here the Black Casket. This is a Black Casket. It's a rarity 10. Oh, I've gone the wrong way actually. So let's go to the Elite Bagpipe first. This is a rarity 6, 61 attack damage. So it's lower damage than the Rathalos one, but a high rarity. Has a cool crest on it. And we're kind of back to that standard sound from the bagpipe. Now we've got the Dark Thorn Trumpet. This is a rarity 9 with 85 attack damage. So it's pretty rare. It's huge. This is a trumpet, not a horn. This is a trumpet, apparently. It looks like a lamppost. And it's a very low pitch when you swing. But I really like that addition, the music. And now we have the Black Casket, which is a 92 attack damage, rarity 10 casket. And it's very fast and squeaky. But it'll do the job. And with these, you can actually, I think these are the fastest weapon so far, movement-wise. So that's good. And finally, we have the bows. So, first up, we have the Hunter's Bow. Now, I will preface that there is a special arrow in the game. You've got the Wyveria arrow. So that's quite nice. This bow, however, is a 3 attack damage. So it's really not great. But it will kill a sheep. So next up, you got the Hunter's Bow 2 and 3, which go to 4.5 and 5.5 attack damage. They don't really change in size, but we can kill a horse. Finally, now we're on the Hunter's Stout Bow. So this gives you Ice Element, which I think is really cool, which is between 6.5 and 9 attack damage. The design doesn't really change, but you have that Ice Element. Let's shoot ourselves a zombie and use those Wyverian arrows, those slightly different green arrows. And then finally, the Hunter's Proud Bow. So this is a 19 attack damage bow with a plus 14 Ice Element. Looks like these are a lot lower damage than the swords and whatnot, which is interesting, but you do get that range advantage, so you can't really complain too much on that. But yeah, the bows are pretty neat. Which means it's finally time for the mobs. I'll show you them all first. So we've got the Gargwa, we've got the Delex, the Great Shaggy, the Baroth, the Akura Vashimu, the Tigrex, the Rathalos, the Nagakuga, and the Lagiacrus. Those are the first ones we're going to show. So let's make it daytime. That's not time set day, not whatever the heck I just typed. And we will butcher everything. Okay, perfect timing for us to get into the Gargwa. Now, the Gargwa is a small monster. It's this little dodo-looking bird. Now, I am going to butcher every time I summon things because, again, I said it's not the most optimized mod, and it can get sort of laggy. So we don't want to put in too many in the same spot. So next up now we've got the Delex. This is a fish. Some of you may be familiar. I'm surprised it's working on land, but there you go. This is a really cool design. I really like the look of this thing. Again, it is a small monster, so this is kind of what you want to start hunting with to build up your gear. Next up now, we're getting into some the larger monsters. We've got the Great Jaggy. Now, very, very cool model. This is our Great Jaggy. I'm a big fan. I can't lie. I'm a big fan. It looks good. You can kind of tell what it is. And again, this is going to be a tougher design. Next up, now this is a big bulky boy. This is the Brute Wyvern, the Baroth. Look at this guy. He is angry. He is huge. He is armored. Now, as you can see, there's a little bit of the way he moves clearly isn't optimized, but he's made out of squares, so you know, this is Minecraft. What can you expect? But it is a very cool design. Again, nicely textured, cool monster. Let's move on. We are at the Akura Vashimu. Now, I don't actually know what this one is. I haven't played a Monster Hunter game with it in. It's a scorpion. Oh, that's really cool. It's like a crystal scorpion. I would love to fight this thing. I would love to play a Monster Hunter game with this thing in it. I have only played World and Rise, so those are the things I'm familiar with. But this is cool. A scorpion. I've never seen a scorpion in the games. I'm a big fan of that design. If the monster is actually close to what it looks like there, that's a very cool one. Alrighty, now we're getting into it. It's Tigrex time. Now, I'm a big fan of the Tigrex. It's a really cool fight. This is an aggressive dragon. I believe it counts as a flying wyvern or a brute wyvern. I can't remember. It might be brute. But yeah, this thing's very, very cool. It's got those wings, but it can't fly. It's just aggressive. Oh, look at that leap. Very nice animations. It's got the roar. Oh, that would paralyze you, that's for sure. It's doing it again. Very neat animations. Liking that. And now we have Rathalos. Iconic, you know, just iconic. There is the dragon boy. It's got its tail. It's got that red color, the scales. Again, this one's actually very well made. Besides the Z fighting on the wings, very, very nice. Again, this is just an iconic monster from the Monster Hunter series. Everyone knows Rathalos. It's probably one of the most known, if not the most known. Alrighty, let's get into the Nagakuga. Actually, this is one of my favorite monsters. The armor set for this looks really cool, so I kind of wish that was in, but it isn't. Very cool, like rat-type flying wyvern. Its face looks a little funky. There's a lot of Z fighting going on, but this is a really cool design, and it's got a cool movement, cool animation, and a long, long tail. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Let's get a good look at him. Oh, these camera skills, I'm just phenomenal, aren't I? And this is just off the fly. You can see my roleplay days signing through, and now we've got the Legicrus. Now, I've heard of this monster. I've never actually seen it, but I've heard good things about this thing. So, here it is. Legicrus. Oh, it's long. This is a long boy. This is a long boy indeed. This looks quite cool. I'm a fan of this. Look at the size of it, though. You've got this, the way it moves, you've got an odd bit of lag there. But when it stands still, it's very, very cool. Long, long boy. Like a crocodile, almost. That's neat. I like that. Now, that is the first set of monsters. There's a few more. Just two. So let's do it. It's Deviljho time. Of course, everyone loves an invading Deviljho. Look at this boy. This is a pretty cool design. Again, this guy is basically, you know, a T-Rex. He's got a long, spiked jaw, long, long tail. Although it looks like it's been cut off. Yeah, big, blocky design. This isn't the best design of them in the mod, but it is definitely tough, that's for sure. And it would be a hell of a fight. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well, now we have to go into here. We have to grab the Kirin. I love the Kirin. This was one of my favorite world fights. I hope it gets added to Rise. let's look at the Kirin. Oh, it's got effects. That's so cool. So they've added lightning effects onto the Kirin. It's got its sort of electric thunder design and all of its like facial hair and mane. The unicorn boy. I mean, what more can you ask for a unicorn? Maybe legs that actually move. That would be quite cool. It is a bit of a static animation, but they did add the thunder, so we've got that. But it's very, very cool. Yeah, those legs don't move enough. Those legs definitely need to move more. Now then, I did say I'd show you the dimension. This is how it works in the mod right now. You have this, summon the quest giver. So basically, you need the quest giver. The quest giver comes out, here he is. You go into him, you've got low tier hunter quests, and you've got Hunter's Introduction. So Hunter's Introduction, these are basically starter quests, I would say. Delex drops, Baroth drops, or Great Jagi drops. And then you've got the low tier hunter quests, Nagakuga, Lagiacrus, Rathalos, Deviljho, Tigrex, Kirin. Those are all your options, and as you can see here it says location. You got Green Valley, the Sandy. Is there any other ones? Doesn't look like it. Let's start. Let's go to the Hunter Barkle. That's Great Jaggy. Let's do Baroth. So set ready status. It's transported us. So we've got a bed. We go out here, and we are at, I believe this is the Sandy. So that's the quicksand. Be careful. There is quicksand. So now you've got the dimensions with all the different Monster Hunter blocks, sandy wood. So this is the sandy dimension. You come forward, you got to watch out for that quicksand. You can here mine. So you've got blocks, armor spheres for upgrading armor. You've got whatever ore this is, carbolite, armor sphere plus an armor sphere. Okay, and Fukajito or something along those lines. You've got all the different armors, all the different stuff. Here, you have a couple of the Delex, the mini monsters spawning, so you can get those. And then here it is, the Baroth. You've got your boy. You got the big boy. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab Thunder Prison. Let's bring out Thunder Prison. And we could stand here and start hitting him. Now, I'm going to go into survival mode, so you can see it coming after me. As you can see on the side, we've got quest status. It's telling us what to do. Quest screen, it's all here. And now he's roaring at us. Now he might kill us because, well, we have no armor on. He has missed a charge though, so he's not the brightest. Oh, but he did one-shot us. See, and this is why we need armor. And when you die, teleports you back here. Now, we have lives, and there is a time limit for these quests. So it is a lot like the game. Now I'm gonna go and go try fight him again. We're not gonna be able to kill him because we're just not equipped. But that's part of the progression that we will get to. Let's go and fight him again. What up, Baroth? What's up? You ain't scary. And we're dead. So now we're on +0 lives. If I just slash kill myself again, -1 lives, slash kill, -2 lives. Maybe I can't slash kill. Let's find out. We'll go die to him one more time to see if it'll... We're gonna have to go to creative mode. Oh, okay. No, it does kick us out afterwards. It does kick us out afterwards. That's good. That's good. Because I want to go to the quest giver. We've done the Sandy. Let me show you the next one, the Green Valley. So let's go Deviljho. Set ready status. We have started the vote. This is going to take us to the other location. In this chest here, nutrients, golden apples. So there are things to help you. This is the Golden Valley dimension. This is where the Naguas, that's what they're called. The Naguas would be, you go through here, you make your way up and around. There is a route, which is really, really cool. Again, you've got all the different Monster Hunter blocks. You come down, you come around, and look at that. There is your Deviljho waiting for you to hunt him. Again, obviously, it's pretty basic so far, but it's really, really cool that that's been implemented into the game. I'm not going to try and fight this thing. I'm not equipped. It's very much like Monster Hunter, and these things are tanky. So, Do with that what you will if you try and play out the mod. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and of course, subscribe if you're new, and I'll check you, I won't check you. I'll see you guys in another video. Just let me know in the comments what you want to see. Peace!